Hello and welcome to Todd Miller TV. I am joined here with Fannie Mae listing agent Oana Sterlacci. Oana, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So I want to talk about something called First Look. It is a Fannie Mae program,
Yes.
and a lot of investors are coming out with cash and buying all these properties, and a lot of people who just want to be homeowners maybe get a loan, maybe their offer's not as competitive because they're not just going to throw it on cash and close in 20 days. So tell me about how Fannie Mae has what policy they have in place to help promote home ownership.
Well, first of all, Fannie Mae is not the only entity that has a First Look program. First Look pertains to a program that says only owner occupants. That means that it's going to be the person's primary residence, not a vacation home or a second home, but their primary residence. So a lot of institutional sellers are doing that. The idea behind First Look is to promote home ownership, to stabilize neighborhoods by putting homeowners in there and not having it be investments. Because the thought is that if you put a homeowner in a home, the home will be better cared for and it will stabilize a neighborhood rather than an investment property. Fannie Mae has the longest First Look property of any institutional seller. Some sellers have a 7-day, some have a 10-day, some have a 15-day. Fannie Mae has a 30-day First Look policy.
But that's just here in Nevada, though, right?
That's
Everywhere
just
else
in
it's 15.
So you make a really good point. Throughout the nation, the Fannie Mae First Look policy is 15 days.
Okay.
In Nevada, Senator Harry Reid, along with NAREB, which is the National Hispanic Organization, they've pushed for a 30-day First Look because they felt that would give homeowners a better chance at getting these properties, and it would help stabilize prices, neighborhoods, and that sort of thing.
How do they know? What if a homeowner just has cash and they want to buy? How do they know that they're not owner occupant? How does that work?
What the institutional sellers do is they do several different things. One, they actually send somebody out to visit the property periodically, somewhere between 60 and 90 days, and that can go on for several months. The other way that they research it is through utilities. They actually verify in whose name the utilities are. Another way that they do that is through the post office. Who's getting mail at that address?
Okay. Up front, though, in the very beginning of the process, how do they know that, if there's a 30-day period, no investors, how do they know if somebody just submits an offer?
Okay.
How do they know if it's an investor or not?
Two different ways. One, during the First Look period, if it's an owner-occupied, then they have to actually sign a certification that says that under penalty of perjury, they're certifying this will be their primary residence.
Okay.
The second way that they do that is they actually put that burden on the listing agent, and we actually have to research the prospective buyer, and we do that through several ways. One of the basic ways that we do that is through a tax record. We search to see if they own other properties in the area.
Okay, what if their name is John Smith?
If they have a common name like that, clearly there's not much a listing agent can do. We're going to have to rely on their certification that they will be the primary person living in the house.
So if their name is Zbigniew Brzezinski, and you find that they have 18 other houses in their name, and they give you a letter saying they're going to be an owner occupant, but it's in the neighborhood they already own 5 houses in, and this is a $40,000 house they're paying cash for, and how does that get treated? If they just try to self-certify, I'm an owner occupant.
Right. Remember, I'm the listing agent. I am not the seller.
Okay.
So it is my job to provide all that information to the seller,
Okay.
and it's the seller decision how they choose to proceed.
So Fannie Mae's got a policy in place. Yes. It's probably not anything's 100% effective, but it does at least allow owner occupants first shot. Do you see on Fannie Mae properties in the first 30 days that they tend to not sell right away because there aren't that many owner occupants?
Yes.
Is that on day 31 all of a sudden the offers flood in, or how does that usually work?
It absolutely does. We have a lot of agents who call and say, hey, how many days are left in first look?
Okay.
When should I submit my offer? Because what happens is, if I have an investor who submits an offer during the first 30 days, then I have to present that offer, and that offer is summarily rejected, and then that buyer is encouraged to resubmit the offer after 30 daes.
Is there an online resource where if they're looking at a house and find out it's a Fannie Mae, they can figure out how much is left in first look?
Absolutely. They have the same resource that all the listing agents have. This is not a private or secret thing. You go to homepath.com and you put in the property address, and then like in the middle of the page, usually in red, it'll tell you how many days left in first look. If it doesn't say anywhere on that page anything about days left in first look, then that property's out of first look and it's eligible for investor purchase.
Good. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was the update for today. I hope you found it informative, and I look forward to seeing you on the next show. Thanks.